Well, Tyson, I just want to say thank you again for your time. Are there any safe tips that you want to offer as far as in either taking medication or storing medication, or like, and I know we've talked a little bit about the disposal, and so I do think it's important for people to realize when they should dispose of medication that's either unused or expired. So, are there any tips that you might want to offer here in the last couple of minutes?
Yeah, sure. So, the medicine is tended to help you, and sometimes, and we're kind of talking about opiates at this point now. I mean,
Exactly.
that's the medication of abuse, or sometimes the benzodiazepines. Things for anxiety, and a lot of times they're for short-term use, and so people have to be aware that those things like that can be addicting. They can kind of get a hold of you really fast, and we've seen it, and we recommend people only take it for a short period of time. So that's one thing, right? So just take it till you start to feel better. And then once that's done, I know people have a tendency to store them and kind of keep them for a rainy day, but that maybe isn't the healthiest thing to do. So when you're done with them, the best thing is to dispose of them. That prevents family members from getting a hold of them and accidental overdoses and the potential for addiction. So they are highly addictive medicines. They work and are effective to help you through your ailments, but they do have some negative things and side effects that can happen with it. And when it comes to storage, it's best to keep them up off the floor, on even in a cabinet, not on a countertop. Believe it or not, we've even had animals that if somebody left it on the counter and they had a dog get a hold of it. So it's not just maybe grandkids that you think about. There's also your pets, so that are considered kind of part of your family as well. So it's best if you can store them up in a cabinet, kind of away from people, and sometimes just out of sight. People. It's just like they say, don't leave cash on the dash of your vehicle, right? So it gives, it's the chance of having somebody break in and take it happens, right? The same things are true with pain medicines and such. So people that you trust maybe as friends, sometimes it's best if you just store them away. That's just the easiest thing to say. And then or the other thing is when they expire. Every bottle has an expiration date on it, and if you have them up in a medicine cabinet that you kind of store the rest of your medicines with, at least once a year, you need to go through there and you honestly should purge it. And it's not just the opiates, it's old antibiotics, it's old Tylenols and things like that. So some of those things can get kind of dangerous over time. Their effectiveness becomes less, and so it's best if a person looks at those at least once a year to dispose of those as well and kind of start fresh. So that's really kind of all I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, well, Tyson, if that's off the top of your head, that's really impressive. Yeah, I thought it was interesting when you said like even pets. I have a new grand dog. I'm waiting for grandkids, but I have a
Sure.
new grand dog, and I'll tell you, she can get places I cannot believe. So no, it is. I think that's really good advice. And I also just want to say, we really appreciate your the idea that you really want to make sure that not only is Grant County listed as the safest place, but also that the medications are taken properly. And then if they have questions, I really appreciate the openness not only of you but also your staff. So I just wanted to say thank you again, and we are looking forward to. We'll see. This will be put on our Facebook page, and also we have a new YouTube channel. So I'm going to tell you what, Tyson, we as Impact Ulysses are moving up in the world. So.
That's exciting. Yeah. Well, I thank you very much for having me and allowing me to kind of speak with your audience.